Hello, YouTube. Well, just happened to be sitting down with old Benny Boy here, and
Yes.
we were talking about a fun topic for YouTube on the way back, and one that definitely sets you apart from other people are you have a lot of setups of guns, and you actually train with them quite a bit. Which,
So what do you mean setup?
well, so let's talk about it. With us on this trip, you have 2011s
Yep.
and a 2011 rig. You have Glocks.
Yep.
So Glock rigs also, which you have to have the supporting gear, magazines, all that crap. I think I saw a Sig Sauer around here
I have
somewhere.
a 320 rig with me. Yeah.
320. There you go. So a bunch
The
of
HD,
different...
the HD is actually a different rig because it's Glock magazines with not even a regular 2011. So it's its own holster with Glock mag pouches.
So for
That's
each
a
of those
different rig.
platforms, that's a separate belt, holster, mag pouches, the setup crap, because you have to get the angles right, tighten everything down. With each gun, they all have their little quirks. So some little parts gonna maybe not be optimal, or you have to change or do different recoil springs, different magazines, different base pads for your magazines. It's a bit of work to get any one platform up to speed.
Yeah.
Yet you've got like 4 of them with you just on this trip, and more at home.
Yeah. Well, to me, you guys know, I like shooting and training, obviously. And one thing that I can do that, like, logistically I can make work is shoot a bunch of different guns and kind of apply the same principles to them. But it's like doing drills that I've been doing for years, right? Or teaching a similar format class to the one I've been doing for years. It's like, in the context of that, it's like, well, I could just do this with one gun, or I could learn to do it with a bunch of different ones. And the reason I started doing that, I think I started doing this like more than 10 years ago, 12 years ago maybe. When I started traveling and teaching internationally a lot, I would have to borrow guns very often, and it'd be like, yep, this is the gun we have for you. And it was just like, okay, well, I need to be at least semi-competent with anything that people hand me, or if I go to a unit like, hey, we use this gun, well, that's a gun that I should be able to shoot as well. I don't have to be like world class with every platform, but I should be very competent with each one. Then as I shoot them more, I kind of learn the little nuances of each thing. So to me, it's something fun. It keeps me engaged, and it makes me better as a shooter. And then I can speak from experience about like, oh no, like with that, like with the 320, like I do this, and it is better than doing that other thing. And I actually have the experience.
Yeah, but that's a lot of expense and time that, most of our peers wouldn't want to do.
No, I don't see anybody else really doing it. It is a lot of expense and time. It's kind of I offset it by, it's like, it gives me something to talk about on YouTube. So I can talk about like, oh, this gun does this, or this gun did that, or this optic broke, or whatever. Like, people find that stuff interesting. So it gives me fodder for content on the internet anyway. And again, a lot of practical experience that I think is helpful. So that's why I like switching guns around a lot.
Yeah, but it just gives me anxiety looking at it being real. Just because, well, it's a pain, dude. Because you have to find the right base pad, the right guts to get to have the extended base pads and have it reliable. And every little gun has a little quirk or a learning thing. Talk about me briefly. So I just have 2 different styles of gun, which are actually very, very similar, that I switch between, and that's enough for me. I do the Walther PDP polymer frame guns for agency style stuff, and then for maybe an open enrollment or USPSA, whatever, then the Walther PDP steel frames, which they're the same, but those are still different.
Does this even count as changing platforms?
That's as much as I want to change, being real. They take the same magazines, but the holsters are different, then the weight of the guns are a little bit different, but a lot of the parts are interchangeable, which for me, that made sense, because I'm not going to go to an agency with a steel frame Walther PDP and a raised holster. But like you said, the guns are still similar enough that I could switch back and forth, and it's not a huge lift compared to a single action gun like this
With a safety,
with a thumb safety,
Yeah.
and then a Glock the next day where you have different weights, they index differently.
Yes.
It's a lot of work.
It is work. I'm like, not to brag, I'm getting better at it. So it's like the HD I started shooting like in classes for demos. I started shooting it day one that I had a holster for it, which
It's annoying.
I have never done that before. I've never even attempted that before. Usually it takes a lot more. But you know, like I getting more and more experience with this, so it's like I can adapt to a same but different type of a gun. I'm adapting faster and faster, so I'm like happy with that.
That also speaks to like technique and just a principles based approach. Like what has to happen. Let's be for real. You have to like grip the gun in a way that you can still work your trigger finger. You have to have your support hand lock on the gun in a way that's connected and it's not slipping or moving. You're not having a trigger technique that's independent on one specific gun where you're riding the reset or any of that kind of crap.
Yeah.
So your finger comes out of contact regardless of what trigger you're shooting. Right? Am I talking sense?
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of guys that get a gun that's exactly perfect for them, like maybe like using epoxy and silicone carbide and build the grip precisely to fit their hand.
To make a palm swell or build up a certain area.
Then put a thumb rest on it that fits them precisely.
Yes.
And then apart from that stuff, like they'll really struggle. So it's like I don't want to do that. To me, I want to be able to be at least competent with anything that gets put in my hands. I'm not really there yet, but it's something that I'm going to continue to work on. That's for sure. And I like the other good part about it is the ability to do that annoys the piss out of Joel. Like it is fantastic.
Well, I mean, being able to take a student's gun and shoot it better than they can is one thing, but then when you're just switching guns at lunch because you want to, or that's next level irritating. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. All right. Well, the comments on this may be interesting, and it might lead to some QA videos. So, like, we'll see what you guys have to say about it.